Hello students, welcome to Banik Live. So you see in the change geopolitical situation, so India is going to emerge as a global power. It was a global power in the past, but centuries old colonial rule has degraded its position, and in the new millennium, the 21st century, so India has again re-established its position, and it's claiming that let its global power stature be restored to it. And in this direction, it not only put in the claim but has put forward its credibility or its features which can make it a global power, which are the prime requirements to be a global power. In this way, let's start this topic India as a global power, prospect and retrospect. So, very interesting topic for civil service. So, given the historical, geopolitical, economic, demographic, and democratic and demographic credentials, India has all the basic prerequisites of becoming a leading power in an increasingly multipolar world. It is. Nonetheless, transformation of this potential requires defining goals and mobilizing resources to achieve desired outcomes. This is even more significant in the context of the world that is interdependent and face issues that are transnational in nature. In the present situation, so the nations are interdependent, dependent on each other. You all see that just 2 days before, the British Prime Minister is in a visit to India and applauds India's achievement. So extend all help to be a partner with India from defense to development. Just few days before, so there's 2+2 dialogue between India and USA, and USA extended all support to India in different domains. So, and prior to that, during the visit of the Russian Foreign Minister to India, so a wide range of discussions for cooperation and development are discussed. That implies, so India is being recognized, and so the global community being interdependent, and the issues that are being faced by the people around the world or nations around the world being transnational. So here come the India's relevance. So India can very well establish itself as a power to be recognized. So what are India's potentials? So let us discuss. So why and what parameters India has put its claim for this India's potential to be can be gauged from this following parameters. What are the things on which so India is putting its claim? Let's discuss on this. So first is demography. You know, India is the second most populous country of the world. That's not the main issue. The main issue is so 55% of India's population. So 55% of Indian population are in the productive age group. 55% of the population in productive age group. That means they can proactively participate in the production process and contribute positively to the economy of the country. So they will be the facilitator for development. They will expand the market. They will produce. They will earn. They will consume. That is what demography. And it was no more a mere demography. This is India's human capital or human resources. And India is going to get the demographic dividend. Because of its 55% productive population. That is what. Second point is democracy. India is a country which has established and maintain strong democratic institutions successfully in the subcontinent. If we look at the other countries surrounding India, so most of them are banana republics, very much unstable politically, too instability are there. But since the beginning of India as an independent country, we have adhered to democracy. We have made the democracy more stronger. Democracy has been promoted and democracy has been filtered down to the roots of administration from Delhi to Delhi. We have spread democracy, make it the paramount institutions in the country from parliament to the panchayat. And democracy has given the utmost benefit to Indian people. They are able to establish themselves. Fine. And India is at present is the largest democracy of the world. And USA being the oldest democracy. Fine. So coming to third one, technical powers. So India is no more a country of snake charmers. India is no more a country of snake charmers for the global community. It is a country with proficient human resources, a pool of technical manpower, and our manpower is contributing to global development. Look at most of the American European research institutions. So Indians are in large number present there. So they contribute to technology. They contribute technology of not only India but also global technological development. Fine. The next is the diaspora. The diaspora is the Indian people or people of Indian origin living abroad. Fine. So Indian diaspora is, it is calculated, estimated that Indian diaspora is around 18 million, staying in more than 100 countries of the world, contributing around $80 billion approximately as remittance. They are Indian cultural ambassadors to other nations. They spread Indian culture. And the diaspora has helped India to establish its link with the country where they are at present staying. Some of them are politically so active in that country. Example of American Vice President. In so many countries, people of Indian origin also occupy high position. President, Vice President, Prime Minister, they are people of Indian origin. Fine. So that is what this Indian diaspora has emerged as the soft power of India in promoting India abroad. That is the importance for which India claims its position. Then coming to the next is economy. Indian economy is the fastest growing economy in the world. Vast market, people with purchasing power, huge minerals, trained manpower, population transformed to human resources, and economy are the sunrise economy. A lot to be achieved. And that's why most of the countries have focused on India and Indian economy for investment, for market, because they know very well that Indian economy will grow, grow and grow in times to come. It's just the sunrise economy. The growth has just started. It will continue, continue and continue. Fine. So, although these are the prospects of India, credibility of India, but challenges are there. However, the many emerging issues in international arena requires adequate response from India. So Mere having these features will not make India a global power. We should look at the emerging international arena, issues there, and handle them well. So fast is changing global relationship. Growing proximity to the USA by formation of strategic partnership need to be delivered delicately balanced with maintaining traditional close relations with Russia. Further, given the rise of China, India also need to maneuver its way in immediate neighborhood, Africa and elsewhere, which India has been doing. So we are the only country right now who has good relationship with rebel blocs. We are close to USA, so also with Russia. We are close to China, trying to be close with China. Okay, but simultaneously we want to distance Pakistan. We are close to Israel and even close all the European countries. We have close relationship. France, Italy, Germany. We are country like Japan. A very good relationship. That is what we should challenge. We should face the challenge of China by strengthening our relationship through neighborhood first. India has a very popular policy which is known as the neighborhood first. India's proactive policy in this domain. Fine. So, Gujarat Doctrine, unilateral concessions, we have been promoting. We have Focus Africa policy, right? We have Gujarat Doctrine of unilateral concessions. We have Focus Africa policy. We have transformed from lookist to artist. All these have enhanced the credibility of India. Fine. Then comes economic governance. Present global order revolves around economy. And we are right now trying for reforms in World Bank and IMF. We are also actively involved in the new issues like AIB and NDB. NDB of BRICS and AIB, the Chinese promoted bank. We are a member of both. Being member of both, we want to balance or counter the hegemony of European American hegemony at World Bank and IMF. And we are able to succeed. Fine. So, because we are a regular payer of our loans, we have never defaulted. We are able to maintain our credibility, financial credibility for the global community, and carry on the activities. Next is humanitarian issues. India needs a artificial articulate formula on issues such as the Rohingya crisis. And so the other principles in its foreign policy. On humanitarian ground, we should be very careful to deal with issues. You see, in the presently, we are providing supply to Sri Lanka. We came to the scope Nepal. We came to the scope Maldives. Even during crisis, we have extended our hands of cooperation to Pakistan. Every time India came forward on humanitarian support. Next comes the energy security. India, for its own energy security, India has floated the International Solar Alliance to explore the unlimited power of the sun. Establishing headquarters in Gurugram in India and promoting it, India is able to facilitate more than 100 plus countries to join IAS as a global alliance to harness the power of the sun and solve the energy crisis of the world. That is what. So, ensuring energy security for the future, we are trying to follow the hydrogen fuel cell policy, green energy, clean technology. Research are already there in this domain. Governance of the global commons. Formation of new cooperative partners with the regions lying beyond territorial Arctic and Antarctic regions requires careful diplomatic maneuvering in times to come. We form the BRICS. So earlier it was SARC, then IORA, then BIMSTEC, right now BRICS. They are regional. This is transnational, transregional. Then Quad. Fine. So these are the new emerging situations. And at climate change, India is a proactive member because we have declared that we will be net zero carbon emitter by 2070. And by 2030, at least 50% target will be achieved. That means on climate change, we have expressed our concern. Fine. Moving fast. So, India's preparedness can be understood as follows. So, what we have done? We are pushing for legitimate space on bodies like the UNSC, UN Security Council. We have put our demand as an NSG member. We have put our demand. We are not just sleeping silently. We have started our action. Because if we are not feeling desperate, none will recognize us. Realizing this, we have started our proactive measures. How to get the support of the global community. So at UNSC, NSG, we have started. We are able to get some facility like we are able to send this empty share. Fine. To strengthen India's position in international affairs, the counter threat to national interest, the Indian government has taken various initiatives such as reinvigorating Actist policy from look east to Act East, the neighborhood first policy, Project Motion, Inter-Solar Alliance, Asia-Africa Growth Corridor, and enhancing engagement with the forums of BRICS, SCO, ASEAN, where we are not member. Although we are member over here, but here we are not member, but still we are able to establish close link with SCO and ASEAN. And our vaccine diplomacy, popularly known as Vaccine Maitri. We saved the humanity. We became a major supplier to the global alliance like Gavi and COVAX. Contributed substantially, saved humankind. We emerged as a savior of the life of the people around the country through our vaccines. We not only provide vaccine to our own people, but also provide the same to the people around the world. And to some countries, provide free of cost through our vaccine Maitri. Neighboring poor countries, we provided vaccine free of cost. We have potential power of soft power like yoga, Bollywood, Diaspora, etc. that can be exposed more. The development assistance and lines of credit has been sought to share its economic gains with others, to Sri Lanka, to Nepal, to Bhutan, to Myanmar. We have provided Bangladesh, we provided line of credits for which we became partners in that development. Take example of Afghanistan. India has invested in creating many infrastructure like the parliament building, the roads, the power system in that country before the Taliban take over. In Nepal and Bhutan, we contributed substantially. In Bangladesh, we have extended line of credit. To Sri Lanka, I provided line of credit and food assistance. They all have been facilitating India's international reputation. While India has the appetite as well as the potential to become a leading power, it must necessarily adapt to changing external circumstances and shifting domestic needs. This requires adequate resources and institutional strengthening on the part of India. Although India has all the powers to be a global power like demography, democracy, technical power, diaspora, economy, but the changing global relation, the economic governance, the humanitarian issues, the energy security, governance of the global commons, climate change, we are all contributed along with this. Okay, we have prepared ourselves to achieve this position in near future, which have been well established from these points discussed with you. Friends, hope that if this is as this is a very important topic for your exam point of view, for both for the OCS and UPS examination. So our discussions has enhanced your ideas on the topic and will facilitate you to be able to write a good answer to this. In subsequent classes, we will continue to share other important topics for examination. Keep on watching for enhancing your exposure and ideas on different important topics that are very, very relevant from the exam point of view. Thank you for being with us. Thanks a lot.